A hostage crisis. Hillary's thirsty. Dylan and Paul get to be buddy cops. And the demon seed is mentioned. We'll talk all that and more on tonight's Restless Wrap-Up.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
It's that sound again, so of course it means that the Restless Wrap-Up has begun. I'm of course your host, Lacretia Lyon, and you can always find me anywhere at LACRETIALYON, since there is only one. But there isn't just one of us here tonight. Let's have my lovely co-hosts introduce themselves. How about the pretty lady on the end there?
Hi, it's Kiera Giavanni. You can find me on all social media at Kiera Giavanni.
And the always fashionable gentleman here.
Alexander Rodriguez, bringing the Latino flair to Genoa City. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at On The Rocks On Air and OnTheRocksRadioShow.com.
Glad to help you out with that.
Yes, thank you. Bringing some manly tones to my tenor voice.
I know, the .com gets really manly. I like that.
That's the only manly thing about me.
Well, I guess let's just go ahead and get into it. You know, we've got so much to talk about and so little time tonight. I guess let's start out with the Big Bang, the hostage crisis at the Abbott cabin.
Oh. Wait, well, before
Phyllis, let's just say that.
Wrong place, wrong time.
She just wanted to do a crossword on the sofa, go hunt some deer, take a hike, and what happens?
No, she just wanted to dodge her husband, hook up with her side guy.
Yeah,
She said, I
And
love
then
you.
she was a hostage.
Yes, it's like, I love that she was so sassy during the whole hostage situation.
She was.
She is throwing shade at Nikki left and right. It's like, girl, you're tied up about to die, and she's still giving it. I love how disgusted she was with Nikki's phone retrieving skills with her Jimmy Choos.
I know, silver Jimmy Choos. Nikki, kick them off. You know, toes are just like fingers. You can put the phone in between the big and the middle toe.
But the look that Phyllis gave her was like, seriously?
Right.
Nikki's
Come
like,
on,
I'm
Nikki.
trying.
She was like, you always quit.
Yes, that's right. Great motivation, Phyllis. Do you say that to Billy when, he can't perform?
Oh.
Yeah, I really liked the dynamic between Phyllis and Nikki because you could
Loved
tell
it.
they were really, coming together, even though Phyllis was like, God.
And she was playing, like, when she was playing Ian, and she's playing the whole part, pretending like she hated Nikki and all that. And I loved it because we got to see the older generation and the new generation, and they were head to head. And this is what we love about soap operas so much, and I'm glad Young and the Restless is getting back on track. We love seeing people in hyper situations.
Oh, yeah.
We love these characters, and when the more ridiculous situation, the better, within reason. And this week certainly brought it in so many different areas.
I love it because Nikki's always so polished, so it's good to see her out of her element. Even though she was still in her suit and her heels, she still had to kind of step out of those boundaries and make it work.
Yeah, as Jamel from Brooklyn in our GH after show pointed out, he wanted to comment on all the boobs out this week. We had a character on GH, and then he said about Nikki to herself, too, just boobs everywhere. She still got it.
Summer's boobs were out.
Summer's boobs are always out, but that's because that girl has trouble finding shirts.
It's like, where's the 3D Young and the Restless version? Those were coming out, and she was like slanted over, and it was like coming out, and Luca was like, Everest,
Pineapples.
Talk about Pineapple Express. Except I want to say, I'm at the fashion. I think Phyllis's bra, and you ladies can chime in on this, was a size too big.
Yeah, it didn't really fit her.
No. And we know that they can't be topless because it's a soap opera, but I'm always wondering, like, who still wears socks and a bra in bed?
Me.
Do you really?
I do.
Oh, my Lord.
Maybe not so much of a sports bra.
In bed?
Yeah.
No, girl.
Not every night.
Hello, that's half the fun. Hello.
Okay, so when I'm older, I don't want them touching my knees, boo-boo. They need support.
Yeah, that is funny. On every show, unless it is on cable, they always wear a bra to bed.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. You should try it. I'm kidding.
That is some shade.
That is some shade. Shade of the moment. Wow.
We are gonna have to change the shadiest moment of the week now.
Yes.
Updates. Nope.
What I love though also is that they didn't drag out the kidnapping all week long.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Because we know from past kidnappings from day one, it'll be a month, 2 months. They'll build like a jail cell and like a sling and all that. This was in it and out, and I love that about it because it's like, yes, let's get this story going.
Yeah, that's the thing is the pacing has gotten so much better in the last 2 weeks. It was just like stuff was dragging on, like the Adam framing and nonsense, and now it's just like boom.
And
let's
I
get
love
done.
that they don't hold all of the good stuff for Friday like they used to.
Yes.
Stuff happens on Wednesday, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. Because sometimes I'll watch 3 episodes at a time. This one I watched each episode as the day occurred, and it really does fill your day with like, what's gonna happen next? I wonder what they're doing now.
Let me just mention, our Melvin fan said, I wear a bra too, Kiera. I feel you, girl. Thank you. Our stuff is gonna sit up all the time.
That just seems so. Like, do you want your man to wear like boxer briefs? In
I
bed?
do if his balls are gonna get saggy.
Oh my God, Kiera! This is a classy show.
I know.
We have Pinot
Since
Grigio.
when?
I feel you, girl.
Like when Jack Abbott said tobacco. I'm like, girl,
That was so funny.
those Abbott boys, they can't say foie gras or whatever it's called or tobacco. Tobacco. Okay.
They've got that Wisconsin accent sometimes comes out, I guess.
I did love the line about Ian's gun matching his outfit.
Yeah, Ian is just always on point.
He's so delicious. Are we going to see him more, or do you think he's done for a while since he's in jail?
Well, I feel like the Ian Ward character is just like any other like soap opera villain, like Mitch on One Life to Live, or you have Helena on GH, or all these shows. They always had a recurring villain that would just pop up anytime you needed him, and I feel like Ian Ward has become that for YNR.
And I feel like Ian's due
Yeah.
for a face swap. You know how they always will just have a face transplant or whatever, and they come back as somebody else. Ian's due for that storyline.
I can't not have Ray Wise play Ian.
Yeah.
No, it'll be him, but
Yeah.
they'll say that it's somebody completely different.
Oh, like he'll
Yeah.
come in as I see.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
like when Michelle Stepper played Sheila.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
Yep. Oh, I miss Sheila.
Oh, I know.
Did she didn't die, right?
I don't.
Well, allegedly.
Yeah, everyone can come back except for Victoria Roll. I'm pretty sure they have that on there. It's like,
And her death let there was some
it was
openings
left
for that.
Open, yeah.
But hey.
Okay, but the kidnapping scene, he has Phyllis tie Nikki up. I've never kidnapped anybody, but my thing would be like, don't have the hostage tie up the other hostage because you would on purpose make their ropes not tight or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that's where it was going, and Nikki was going to be like, but instead she's doing like leg stretches for her phone.
And I just feel like Ian's smarter than that.
Yeah,
Phyllis
yeah,
is trying
yeah.
to play him.
Yeah, that's the thing is Ian's a very smart guy, and like he's very manipulative, and I love that about him. That's why he and Victor are actually like the best.
Combo.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yes,
Yep.
their scenes together are quite fun.
I know, and Eric Braeden said he loved working with Ray, and then I was like, yeah, y'all need to do a buddy cop thing.
That would be cute. That would be really cute.
Think about Eric Braeden. You can tell
Yeah.
what scenes he likes because he gets. People say, oh, he has a spark in his eye, but he really does. And he had some really great scenes this week. With Nikki and with his children.
Get
There was some
Yeah.
good
emotional?
moments. Yeah, and but there
crocodile
was
tear?
yes, but there was that twinkle in his eye, and he gets that as an actor. And when you see him enjoying his scenes, you see him enjoying his scenes.
And he
when he
got
does
that
it,
voice.
he like closes his eyes a little bit. He's like, oh, okay.
No, but his voice gets a little higher.
Yes.
Instead of,
Our voice analyst expert, Kiera Giavanni.
Yeah, because to me, I guess we'll go on till after the hostage crisis a little bit. With the scenes with Victor in the hospital and Nick and Victoria were pretty great.
Everybody brought it this
Yeah.
week, I think, in a different level. With all the excitement, I felt that they had time to kind of not relax, but they had time to like experience what all these months have been leading up for.
Yeah.
And that hospital set got so much action, by the way.
we had
But
Sharon and this.
everybody, yeah, that's
showed
right.
up.
And Stitch came back. Like,
Yeah.
I want to see the hospital cafeteria though.
Yeah, it's funny. The hospital on Genoa City was mentioned way more than the one in Port Charles on the show General Hospital. It's like, what? There's more hospital on Young and the Restless this week.
The whole family moments were just so great. I liked when Victoria had a line that says, I need my brother. And that was so sweet.
Yeah.
Feel that?
Did I hear that?
Feel it.
Yeah. I think that
did.
they are really a great brother-sister duo. And to me, their relationship has probably been the most consistent in the whole show as far as a good sibling relationship, because they actually never even really fight with one another too much.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
I get it, but it's like, girl, this happens all the time. Victor's been in this position. Nikki's been kidnapped. This is nothing new. This is a normal Saturday for you guys. Let Nick go find her.
Well, and I think Victoria just realizes she is so out of her element.
Yeah.
I mean, she can't even, file her expense report. Like, like what is happening?
Or charge her
really
phone.
Yes, or have her office be secure. Once again, it was like the rec room was in her office.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I know. I really hoped Victoria would succeed, but it does seem like, and that's why, Victor did propose it to Adam, you coming to work there. And I knew that
And
Adam
that
would be
was
the
crazy.
savior. Yeah.
I even wrote that. I said, no, pick Nick, Nick. Like,
Please.
hashtag pick Nick.
Yeah, because to be honest, as I say, Nick has been the best character for like several weeks in a row. He's got all of his crap together, and this is someone who's been through the ringer lately.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he hasn't lost his cool. He hasn't gone crazy. He hasn't gone off his meds.
No, but poor Sully didn't even get a mention this week.
I know, that was very...
Well, Sully was upstairs,
Yeah.
in that magic cloud nursery.
You're right.
Yes.
But he didn't hear when Sharon was cleaning and vacuuming and all that.
He's a good baby. He and
Right.
Connor, out of sight, out of mind.
Only when she needs a diversion is Sully crying.
I heard Sully crying. No, bitch, that's an ice cream truck. No, but why is he picking Adam? Adam, I don't think can handle it because his life is unraveled right now, and he's as sneaky as Victor. But if you are sneaky Victor, you don't want another sneaky you.
No, but maybe he sees a lot of himself in Adam.
That's
and
a
he
bad
always
thing,
has.
though.
He can
Yeah.
control that
Yeah.
sneakiness and use it for the greater good.
And that's the thing, is Victor has always seen Adam as the one most like him. And
Right.
Nick is actually not like Victor at all.
Yeah,
Like,
Nick is very ethical. He's emotional and nice.
That's why I think he
Yeah.
would want him as a partner, because for the face with the employees and with the family, he would be a sane person. The family doesn't like Adam. Can you imagine if Adam took over? The family would be like, really? They'd fight even more.
But there would
And
be more profit.
I think that's the point, is like Victor loves to stir crap up. And I think that's the thing, is putting Adam at the head only makes sense in the way of Adam's the smart one. He's the one that went to Harvard. He's the most like Victor. But then you also have the fact that will cause conflict, which is always
a
fun.
lot of conflict.
Right.
Do we think that Adam is capable of running a company?
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, out of anybody, it is Adam. And that's why I hate for Victoria, because I thought she had potential too, but then she's just got her head in the clouds, or Travis's.
What would be a good job for Victoria? Like maybe
Hairstylist,
Heidi hair? No, thank you.
nail tech, what Jill used
I
to do
feel
back in
like,
the day.
Yeah.
like, what role could she have at Newman Enterprises? Maybe if Newman Enterprises had like a cruise line, she could be like the cruise director, like the activities director.
Oh, poor Vicky.
I like her. I like her so much.
Yeah. And I do think that I think that it's going to wind up her and Billy with Brash and Sassy. I think that that's where they're going back to, is like, that was so important to her. And, it's a good way to put them back together,
Yeah, because Phyllis is going to say, boy, bye.
I mean,
She
she did.
did.
Yeah.
And she ran to Billy, not to Travis, when she was feeling bad, and they had another nice scene. Week after week, they're giving them at least one nice scene together, and that chemistry is still there. That flame is still there.
Oh, yeah.
And, in what we see with Phyllis and Jack, we saw with Victoria and Billy. When you're under pressure and when your life is complete crap, you go to your instinct, who your first love
The
is.
safe person.
The
Yep.
safe person who you know
The one that
is gonna
knows
be
that
there.
you want the faux gras.
And not a tobacco.
The
Yes!
strawberries.
You want champagne and strawberries, Billy, not red wine and strawberries.
Poor Billy. He just doesn't know.
They need to do something with this character real fast.
Yeah, because to me, it's just, I'm someone who's, especially since Jason took over the role, I love Billy Abbott. But yeah, I feel like this is very much, I'll bring it up again, just like Nick and Liz on General Hospital. The chemistry is there between Phyllis and Billy. It's amazing. But how they started out the story just can't sit well with enough people.
Yeah,
And
they've hit a brick wall.
Yeah.
Well, when we started the week, Phyllis said, "I love you," and there was that moment. I was even like, "Too soon, girl, too soon."
Yeah, that was very odd to me. And it's just like, but after the hostage crisis, she runs to Jack. So it's just like, Phyllis doesn't know what she wants. And that's my girl, but, ugh.
That's a good point.
mind.
I don't think she does know
Yeah.
what she wants.
I think it's body with Billy, heart with Jack.
I mean, I love Billy. He's handsome, but it's not,
Yeah.
he's not like,
I know.
oh my
but-
God, I'm
but
going to die.
It makes her, Whereas Jack, it's just like, he's safe. I know if I'm in a crisis, I can call him.
And I love their cheesiness, like the red and all that. I actually really do like that. I mean, I love cheese, and this week was full of it.
I like it, but
Yeah.
it's just annoying when so much stuff is in front of Jack's face, and he's still being that nice person.
Oh, I
And
know.
it's like, come on.
The creepy moment of the week for me was when she was sleeping after her big,
Drunken stupor.
Yeah.
No, not the drunken stupor,
Okay.
the whole, like, kidnapping, right?
Yeah.
And she's asleep the next day. Number one, let her sleep in. She's earned it. Hello, she
Yeah.
almost got killed, right? And he's staring at her, and she wakes up, and he's just like, hi. I'm like, creepy. Their bedroom set, though, is amazing. And it is so Abbott family, Jack Abbott, with like the like Bach head and like the painting and all that. I was like, yes, set people. That room really fits them very well.
Yeah.
Agreed.
A lot of the new sets are getting mixed reviews, but that one's definitely one of the better ones. Yeah.
That's a keeper, but he's being really creepster. creepster. So what does Phyllis want?
I really do. As I've said before, Phyllis likes the fact that she can be herself with Billy, but at the same time, she wants to be better than that, and that's who Jack makes her.
And do you say I love you if you don't mean it?
A lot of people do. I mean,
Well, not a lot of people, but does
Yeah.
Phyllis say it?
to me, Phyllis is a character that she probably believes it, but I don't think it's not the same as what she has with Jack.
I think it's
Yeah.
just a fling.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
She sees long term with Jack, but she's like, I'm not ready to go down that road yet.
Billy's really going to end up with no supporters unless Victoria and him start
Or unless
shacking up.
Bethany makes an appearance again.
I wrote down, did Bethany quit?
I know, it's like, I really miss Bethany. I
do.
hope that we get that character. I know she's slated for more episodes, but it's just like, we want her on contract. Like, Chriselle Strauss is amazing.
She is.
Maybe she could be that villain, like you said, comes
Yeah.
back to stir up problems like, okay, I'm out of my $10,000. I need some more. I know what's happening.
Yeah, and to me, they may just be waiting on that because of the Chloe return that they keep hinting at, because that's
Yeah.
obviously who is working with Victor,
Yeah.
and then Kevin's actually on that case again. They just throw him into everything. But yeah, maybe that's it. They're like, we don't need too many schemers on the...
And where was the Nat this week?
I know, I was kind of glad like
They
she wasn't
swatted
involved.
her.
Because yeah, that's the thing is Mariah needed Kevin. I mean, she got clocked in the head by her mom.
That whole thing.
Yeah.
And then they trick Sharon to go into the hospital. That was hot, by the way.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that scene, because we know we love Sharon's eyes give away everything. And when
And
she
nobody picked
realized,
up on it.
she's like, no, wait, me? I loved it.
Am I off my meds?
Yeah, like the scene where Sharon is clearly manic, like cleaning the house or whatever, and like Kevin is just like, she's not on her pills. Like, obviously not. I love how Kevin's just so honest, like, she's not taking her meds. Like,
Well, but I've dated bipolar people,
Yeah.
and when they get off their meds and then they start taking them, they still act crazy for
Yeah.
a little bit. So I think she actually is back on her meds.
I don't know, like, because that's the thing is when you're in a manic state, because my brother and my father are both bipolar, you don't want to take
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just like, the thing is that they don't feel like they need him, and that's who she was, portraying in that scene to me. Is like, I don't need it. I'm not gonna listen, because she's very obstinate with Mariah, who's the only person trying to help her. And yeah, a lot of people mention this throughout the week on Twitter. Is Noah is needed right here, right now. Seriously, why do you not get that Robert Adamson is amazing?
Is he on another show or doing? You would know.
Yeah, that's the thing is I don't think so. They dropped him to recurring because they said they didn't know what to do with Noah. And I'm like, well, right here in a storyline, he would be perfect because he's always been Sharon's supporter. And it's good to see Mariah in this as well, but why can't they be together supporting their mother? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, we know that Summer's character is taking kind of a backseat as she gets busy, so maybe there'll be more opportunity to bring in Noah.
Yeah, because that's the thing is he's so needed right here because he's always been, and because he's cute too.
The thing about
I
Sharon,
liked it in the chat. Our Melvin fan said they really need to blow up this story. Can you imagine if the truth about Sully came out now while his daddy, Adam, is on trial?
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah.
That would be
that
really
add
good.
a whole different element. So, just real fast about Sharon, what I did like and what bipolar people feel is that when they're on medication, that they feel like they're less emotional and less connected. And I can't even imagine like a mom with her kids not feeling connected, being scared that you're not loving your kid enough or your husband enough. So I did like that because that was a very real moment. But I have to say, she is the worst housekeeper in the world. Her dusting skills, no, girl. And then, did you guys notice she used Windex on wood?
I know. I was like, she is not a good cleaner because I'm like, even I know that, and I'm Peg.
She's just, she's not really clean.
Yeah.
No.
Just for show.
Oh, poor Sharon.
Oh my God, the quiche.
That was a good spread, by the way.
It was.
Yeah.
Number 2, why don't you use the table right behind you? Because they were sitting on their... Again, these sofas get so much action.
Oh, yeah.
It's time for a makeover in that cabin. And why are they still living on that ranch?
Yeah, it is very awkward that Dylan, who's Nikki's son and Nick's brother, lives and Nick's okay with it. Like, lives with his ex-wife on the property. And
the storybook land.
There's too many good guys on this show. That's why I fight for Adam to be that bad guy. And I know you don't like it, Alexander, but we need that villain. Everybody's too
Luca,
nice.
Hello.
Yeah, but he's so new.
And I think he's over wearing his welcome, too.
Yeah.
Luca.
Yeah. He has to get another job or some other business.
Yeah, to me, I don't feel like this. The direction they're going with Luca, I don't see him being long term.
Yeah.
And the thing is, because it's like, how can you redeem this character at this point?
Everybody hates you, even though you're not even involved with Jack and the whole Abbotts. They're still gonna recognize, okay, this guy was dishonest. Everybody over there, we can't trust him.
They've backed his character into a wall.
Yeah.
We still have to figure out how he's involved because we saw him make that phone call saying, "Oh, they're on their way to the oil," or Nick's on his way to the oil. I loved how ridiculous. She's like, "Oh, send me," and everybody was like, "Piss off! Like, we're gonna send you. Come on." To the oil place, the oil rig.
Yeah, and like even Summer like was questioning that.
She
like,
is
and
so questioning.
Yeah, and it's just she's still so
It's
head over
slow,
heels with this
though.
weirdo. But
Girl,
it's like get it together.
she needs a best friend or somebody in her ear.
Well, and the thing is, that's why it's sad.
You know what? She
Noah
does not
is,
have that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nobody
Noah.
really has that.
Noah and Mariah could be there for her, but Mariah's with Sharon, so that's obviously makes sense. Because, Mariah may call her Snowflake and make fun of her all the time, but she's like her big sister.
That's what's
Yeah.
missing on the
Yeah.
show, honestly, is more like female companionship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People having friends.
You have these young actors here for a reason because, and we saw such a great example of it when Esther was talking to Devon. That was such a great example of, like I said, I love when the generations come together because it reminds you why we've watched this show. I watched it long before you guys were even born, but it reminds us that we love these stories, we love these characters, and why we do is when we bring some nostalgia to it. And so the younger characters are there for a reason. Let them be young. Let them have their young kid DUIs and like hanging around in their own space. They need their own like friend's coffee shop or something. That's a really good point. It's like, let's let them be young.
Yeah, Devon, I understand, okay, he inherited all this money, but he's still young and he needs to make some mistakes. Stop trying to make him straight and narrow. He needs a little roughness.
So are Kevin and Mariah going to end up, because he's in it now.
Yeah, to me, it's just they're the most interesting couple on the show, whether they're a couple or not. So you want them to be that duo. But yeah, and that was the reason they didn't work out at first. Obviously, their friendship could have been ruined by, their lack of sex. But yeah, the thing is I feel like that it just probably wasn't the right time for them. Just like, How I Met Your Mother, it's chemistry and timing.
Yeah.
And so I do think that possibly this whole Chloe Nat business is going to conclude, and then I think that they'll let them have a real relationship.
Chloe needs to come in tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I know. It's just like, okay, we know it's Chloe, guys. No one is like questioning this at all. It's like just us.
I think the people who keep up with all the soaps and stuff know it's Chloe, but the general public, they're not really going on the chats and seeing that she got upgraded.
Yeah.
So they're still like, who is it?
And that's why I did love how they had Esther more this week. That also made it. They seemed like I think next week is when we'll see Chloe.
But I think Esther needs a bigger role. Get out of that coffee shop. You are above that.
You guys forget when she was the maid. I mean, she was involved in so much of like the fun, like the kidnapping stories, and when Katherine Chancellor had that imposter, she was all in it. It's cute for me to see her come in because she's like that. She's like Yoda. She's not in it for the whole movie, but when she's in it, you listen to her. My first scene, though, I was like, "Calm down, Esther," because she was like, all over the place. And then she had that nice moment with Devon. It's like now we remember, and still that beautiful memory towards Katherine Chancellor. I mean, she was the legacy of the show.
Esther has some edge to her. So honestly, I think with Esther, they need to grow up Billy and Victoria's son. give him a little girlfriend, have them living together. Esther needs to come back into the Chancellor estate and take over and just monitor Billy.
Yeah, because see, I do look, because I love the scene with her and Billy as well, just like the one with Devon. It's bringing up Katherine and all that thing, and I love when she's like, he's got a GSW, and then he's like, what? And it's like, oh, gunshot wound. I watch a lot of CSI. It was like, way to go, CBS, plugging your other shows there.
But you know who Esther is. Like, you know how she is at home. She probably has like 3 cats, and she collects like Hummels. You know what I mean? Like, that's who Esther is. She's that cute, quirky woman. I think she's fine where she's at.
No.
Okay.
No. You see that face? She is serving some fierceness, okay?
But she's been through it. Like, I think that, you
or
know...
at least have her assist at the company, something.
Yeah, to me, it's just, I do like that she works at the coffee shop so that we can see her, but at the same time, it's just like, I almost want her to be very motherly to Billy, like, you know, Katherine was to Jill in a way. Like, there's this conflict there, but, you know...
And Esther and Jill are great together.
Yeah, and that's the
Can
thing.
we see more of that?
I know.
Because they have this whole history together.
But there is going to be more Jill, is what I've seen. Like,
Yeah.
Well, I have this under predictions because I heard some gossip that I will share.
Yeah, and I think I know what it is. Because to me, it's like, I think she was absent for a while, maybe, but her and Jason Thompson seem to have the right chemistry.
Oh,
so.
totally.
So, yeah,
She's,
it's like,
the minute she walked in on Billy and Bethany, and he couldn't even remember her name, and she was just like, you little shit.
Right. I got you this
They
nice
do have that.
place, and you made it stark gray. And
Their relationship as mom and son is so believable.
And to me, it's so happy to actually see Jill and Billy get to be mother and son, because she's always picked Kane over him until recently, and I like that.
And Kane needs a better storyline other than standing by Lily and everything.
Yeah, that's the thing is
It's almost frustrating at this point because it's like he's always to her right, I believe. He's always in whatever, and it's always like, and he comes in and just says a line and then back off. It's like, come on, be a man.
Kane Ashby is such a cool character, and to me,
And handsome.
Tristan Rogers plays his dad. I mean, Colin. I want to see, because just like how Dylan and Paul were this week, I want to see Colin and Kane do that.
That would be nice.
Because there's such great chemistry with them, and Colin's another character that we desperately need back on canvas.
And Kane and Billy hardly interact. We need a little bit more of that. Just gotta tie these threads all together, guys.
Yeah, and I think that I see it coming together more. I feel like that may have been why the producer change happened, is they're like, you're not doing enough to bring this family in there. So, and then maybe they'll be listening to us about Noah and Kane and...
Let's just start tweeting. Like, tweet at them and bring back Noah.
Right, get
Noah's
our
on.
fans to tweet. Because you guys have some great predictions in this chat.
I think there's a lot of good things ahead, and like this week was so indicative of what we love. We love over the top stories within reason. We love the bitchy fights. We love the romance. And
we love hostage situations.
Yes, and we love nostalgia.
You know, I love killings, so.
Oh, really?
I know. I was surprised that this time at the Abbott cabin there wasn't a body.
Yeah.
It's like no one died. It's
Some
an
kind
Abbott
of
cabin.
casualty.
Oh, Victor, next time you're going to invade a kidnapping, go in the back door.
I love it when Ian was like, you brought a checkbook to a gunfight.
Yeah.
Because he knows what, you know.
But you did ask for $5 million, Ian. What did you expect?
Yes, that transfer was done on the easiest online banking. I always wanted to call Chase Bank and be like, did you see how easy this transfer would have happened?
Yeah.
Like, do that.
Yeah, Chase QuickPay. I mean, God, PayPal. Like,
Not
there's
so
so
quick
many
pay.
ways to do
Yes.
this.
Victor, like, oh, no. And it was like 5 million transfer could be completed.
I have security on it. Anytime somebody puts in the wrong password.
Okay, when I do Victor voice, I sound normal. When you do Victor voice, you sound like the bad seed. Poor Max.
I know. Well, I guess we'll mention him since they did mention him. It was nice
so
to see.
sad.
Yeah, it was nice to see Abby back and then Stitch back, but like they weren't even really together. Like, and it was just
It was
very odd.
awkward.
That relationship's done.
I know. I
so
love
done.
I love Stabby, but it is.
Stabby!
Yeah, I know. I love that's their couple name.
To the characters, like, I feel bad for the characters. You cannot bring the story back in with all this other stuff going in. Because the minute they started talking about their marriage woes, I was like, okay, but we got this going on. And it's not their fault. It's just that the story has this momentum. We haven't heard from them in a while. And it's like, okay, we're back at the same place.
Yeah, because I get Melissa Orway was on maternity leave because she had her baby. And the thing is like, it sometimes really makes the story suffer, and you're like, oh, they had this great momentum, and now they're going to have to find their way back into getting people interested into the storyline.
Yeah.
That's why, I guess that's why they gave Max another issue with the seizures to keep it going, but at the same time, it's like, God, we feel bad for this demon kid now.
When they said that, I actually thought, oh, that's not even fun sad. That's just like really tragic. Like, this kid is messed up now.
Because he's a great little actor.
Yeah, he's pretty good. And I love our Melvin fan is glad that Abby's back, just like I am. The way that they've written Abby over like the past year is amazing. She's grown up so much.
She has.
Yeah.
And her fashion.
Great,
Yeah.
right?
Her outfit.
Can we talk about that striped dress?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was great. But she really is becoming a young woman. You know, Ashley said, you're a woman now. And we're seeing that in her approach to the situation, her demeanor, the way she delivers her lines. She's becoming
And I know
a
you
young
would
lady.
know, but they get a lot of these outfits from department stores.
I know.
I literally
Yeah.
tried on that dress that Abby had on, and I was like, oh,
Oh, I bet it looks amazing.
next show I'll wear it.
Yeah.
I think we're not going to see Max again. He's going to come back as a grown-up, or a more grown-up person and cause problems.
Who never got any help.
Yeah.
Yeah, that-
and he's going to wreak havoc in Genoa City.
I feel like that's the only way they could go, and I feel like the great little actor was so good, but
So
I feel
good.
like the whole reason of dragging this out might be so they could recast an older and have him, really wreak havoc.
Pour up.
Oh. Getting all demanding over here.
Thank you.
I'm good.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah, take it all.
Okay.
So you got your little buddy cops
I know.
going on?
That was me. I loved the scene with Dylan and Paul being, father and son, cops in the car, and Paul, really, being a dad, is so awesome because Paul is a character who's had kids, but he's never gotten to really be a dad until Dylan, really.
And I just love Paul's exasperation at Genoa City because, again, he's one of the veteran. He's been through every story. When Nikki was like, I don't want a divorce, and he was like, oh, are you kidding? Literally rolling his eyes all over again. Dylan had some really, really nice moments this week, especially when he was talking about his mom being
Yeah.
Nikki and all that. I thought we finally got to, remember we talked about he needs some more meat to his
he
character.
does.
They gave him some really nice moments this week.
Yeah, to me, it's just, we all know that the whole Sharon Sully stuff is going to give Dylan a great story and hopefully bring his PTSD
It's going to
back.
break his heart.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is I see, and especially how he was breaking down with Nikki. He's like, that's my mom. And Nikki and Paul are people that he did not know until a few years ago. And so it's great to see how they've built this great relationship. Same thing with how Dylan is with Nick. They have a great relationship,
They really
too.
do.
Yeah.
They could totally hang out on the weekends, go
Yeah.
to a football game, all this kind of stuff.
I'm just so scared with that storyline coming to a head that it's going to really drive Nick and Sharon back together. I love it, but I know a lot of people aren't for that relationship, but Nick's going to have no one to turn to.
I want Sharon to be the crazy woman alone on
And
a
he
cabin in
loves
a
her.
mountain for a
No,
while.
he loves her.
I agree. I like Sharon, but she's someone who needs to be single.
Yes. She needs to pay her dues.
And that's the thing is, as much as I love Chelsea and Adam, I see a lot of chemistry with Nick and Chelsea. And, they've kind of played with that some.
Never
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
No. That would
They're
literally
fun.
make my skin crawl. No offense to the actors, but
Yeah.
I don't want to see those characters together at all.
Yeah.
Nick is too smart for that. Chelsea still, no.
And they've
No, no,
done
no.
so much with Sharon's charher over the years. I feel like we could see another layer of
Oh,
Sharon, and then
yes.
we might love her again.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, if Sharon really does get the help she needs, it'll be more interesting to see.
Okay, so Dylan and Paul interviewing the
Yeah.
homeless guy.
That was so
Okay, I just have to
That
say,
led
Genoa
nowhere.
City, you guys need some cop training. You guys have the worst cops. You guys, do you guys remember when I jokingly said, "Oh, he's probably gonna take Nikki to the cabin"?
Oh,
and
yeah.
he did.
He did.
I said it
Yeah.
last week as a joke because I thought that would be the most obvious place to go, and since we always have the set up anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
And then when it happened, I almost texted you guys. You guys, I know. Where was I going with this? Oh, no, but they have the worst cop force in the world. Why wouldn't they have searched that? They didn't even look at, they waited so long before they looked at the cameras, and then the homeless guy gave him his lead. They didn't even buy this guy a muffin.
I know.
No, they said order whatever you
Yeah,
want.
they gave him
We'll-
a cup of
Afterwards,
coffee.
though,
Yeah,
but a
after.
I mean, he
coffee.
didn't
Yeah.
give us anything.
Like a frappuccino, maybe? A croissant with chocolate?
I don't think he should have got anything for that info.
He confirmed that he was. Oh, well, yeah, you're right. I want to know what the car situation was at the cabin. By the way, we were talking about this before
Right,
the show.
did they Uber
No.
Phyllis? She caught an Uber back?
I know.
Because she walked back apparently,
Yeah.
and then Nikki stayed there. But then Victor grabbed Dr. Daddy Issues' car to get there.
I think that he may have. It wasn't said, but yeah, it's how else did he get away? Because she aided and abetted him.
Oh no, I
Yeah.
think Billy left his motorcycle over there.
Oh, yeah.
No, his
Yeah.
motorcycle's totaled. Bethany showed up.
Yes.
She's like, I'm driving for Lyft now. Oh, would be so hot to have Bethany be the Lyft driver, and she overhears everybody's drama.
Right?
I love that storyline.
And she gives him a discount code.
Yeah, see,
we know what her
maybe
discount
a
code
side
is.
story, whether you just want to do it online, CBS, I think that Bethany as a Lyft driver it would be amazing.
Lyft
Like, I think
confessional.
they need a
Yes.
lot more of these young elements to it, like iPhones and FaceTime and Lyft. And
They have
young
iPhones, but
and
they don't even know how to
lifted.
use them.
yeah, there's no real focus on it. I think that would bring the young viewers and
Hashtag the young and the lifted.
yeah. Good one.
There is a show in that.
Did we really touch on Hillary? Not much.
No, I mean, there were a few Hillary moments this week. I was like,
few?
let's just go.
The
yeah.
kiss?
Number
Ooh,
one,
I know.
her wedding ring is back on. Just because remember she took it off
She
last
did.
week. It's back on.
It's all about manipulating with Hillary, and that's why I at least love how shamelessly Hillary is.
It's so disgustingly sweet and delicious.
I know, but then when she kissed Jack, and Jack didn't really resist
No.
right away.
He did
So
not.
that was
Well,
that
because
gave us some hope.
His wife is not giving it up at home. He's gotta feel something.
Yeah, that gave some hope for the swirl baby that they might have later.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Just saying.
But as we know, with Jack's other mixed children, they just disappear. Like chemo.
Hey, don't bring that negative energy over here.
I know. Well, I mean, hell, we barely see Kyle. Like,
I know,
me
I
too.
know.
They just don't. Jack can't be a dad, apparently, on the show.
My thing is why is Hillary being so mean to Devon? If you want to get rid of him, get rid of him. But she is being so mean. Those flowers that he brought her, by the
They're
way,
beautiful.
they must have had
Yeah.
a sale at Farmer's Market right across the street where they filmed because that was the most beautiful bouquet I think I've ever seen on daytime
I would agree.
TV.
Yeah.
But she's so ruthlessly mean to him, and I just don't see the point of it because I get really, really angry.
Honestly, I think she's intimidated by Lily, and she's like, I gotta find another home because
Yeah.
Lily's gonna drive me out of here.
Yeah, and it's funny because she doesn't show it when they're fighting, but I do feel like she's
gets
always
under her
felt
skin, yeah.
insecure with Lily because that's Devon's sister, his confidant.
She
Yeah.
has a strong
That's a good
support
point.
system.
How about the scene where she's putting on nail polish and she's like, "Oh, Jack, I know all this crap's going on. Back to me.
Yeah.
I'm fine." So is she cured now?
I don't think
know.
so.
I don't think so either.
And yeah, that was actually one of my favorite Hillary scenes because it was just shameless. Like, I don't care about Phyllis, I don't care about anybody but me. And it's like, I love when characters are at least open about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
It's like
agree.
when you're in your sanctity of your
Yeah.
own, private
bubble,
place,
yep.
show the audience who you are. That's so delicious.
And the look she gave us after she convinced Jack that it was just a side effect of the medicine.
P.S. If that is a side effect of medicine, I take that medicine often. Especially towards the end of the night when they call last call. I'm like,
That medicine.
yes. But you're right. He did not push her away at first.
He did.
Yeah.
But I think she burned her bridge there, though.
Yeah, I think that really upset Jack because he's like,
She burned it up
Yeah.
until this Philly thing comes to a head. Then
Oh,
I think
yeah.
he'll need someone to run to.
Yeah,
and where's a better place to go than that?
But I don't think he likes her. Like, I truly don't think he likes her that way. Even
I
if
don't think he does
She's
either. Yeah.
attractive, though. It's really
Yeah, she's
hard
attractive,
not to like
but
her.
yeah, I think he's attracted to her in a way because she is pretty. But
She's a powerful woman. He obviously is attracted to powerful women.
yeah, but
and
I
he
don't.
has morals, so he understands
Yeah.
it's a married woman. But she's ready to sign those papers like tomorrow.
Yeah, I feel like they will probably consummate this thing after Philly comes out. And it's like, yeah.
Exactly. And
But
then-
I don't see
I'm
it being
doubtful
long.
of that.
I think
I
it's,
really am.
yeah, I could actually see it going either way because Jack is he's Jack. He's such a good guy. But this would be Jack actually getting down in the dumps for once again. It'd be nice to
because
see.
everybody, all the fans, are tired of this naive Jack.
Yeah,
so
this
that's
good boy
for
Jack.
him.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get angry. He's going to make Phyllis not pay, like be mean to her, but he's going to keep her and forgive her. He's going to have this vendetta against Billy. And I think it's going to affect
He's
Brash and
just such a
Sassy.
good guy.
Yeah.
Such a good guy.
Jack?
Yeah, I love Good Guy Jack, but I do like him when he has an edge, and that's why
Yeah.
I really liked the Marco storyline for him. But yeah,
But do you notice all the men in Genoa City are nice to women? Like, even when they break up and bad things happen, they are just good guys.
yeah, I mean, even Victor to an extent is
To
gentlemanly.
Nikki,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
He wasn't nice to Dr. Daddy issues.
I know I felt
Well, she's new.
so
They don't
bad
have that
for
much
her.
chemistry
yeah.
and history like
Yeah.
that.
She finally brushes her hair, and then he's like, no.
Nicole.
And that was to me is the fact that she helped.
Voice you two!
The fact that she helped him save Nikki, I was like, I feel bad for her in this moment because she did the right thing, but you're still like, wow, you're pathetic.
And they know it. So, guys, did you notice the hot cop outside his door, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, hot. He was the one that went to Adam's house and found the storage unit.
Only
Anyway,
you would
only me. I was
notice
like,
the
I
cop.
stalk these guys on Facebook. I'm like, in a relationship? Okay.
All right, well, it looks like we need to get on to our segments and breeze through those pretty quickly.
no!
So I guess we'll start out with the shadiest moments of the week.
And I got my shades this
Ooh,
week.
Shade,
Let me get these
the
on.
shade.
They're not so dark. Okay. Shadiest moments of the week. We already kind of touched on it a little bit, but Hillary's face after she told Jack that it was just a side effect of her meds, and she looked at that camera with a little side eye. I was like, oh, girl, you are shady.
So
and then,
shady.
I have to give it to my girl Lillard. I was almost going to say Lillary.
Lillary.
That'd be a great pairing.
Yes.
They're like Kenley.
Okay, so Lily. When Lily came up to her and was like, Devon owns the place, and Jack still belongs to Phyllis. I was like, oh, that hurt. After she tried that
Yes.
whole little thing with Jack.
Stings.
Bird.
Stung. Shade.
All right, now let's get to our best and worst dressed of the week.
All right, well, you guys are going to kind of like raise your eyebrows at my best. Number one, I want to say that this week, whoever was doing the styling was so on point. The complexions matched the outfit so much, from Abby's dress to Phyllis's outfit to Ashley. It was well thought out. The color schemes were really, really good. I thought, you know what, we keep awarding like the best, sassiest outfit, so I wanted to take a different direction. We also know that costumes also have to play a part in the storyline. So, my best dress, and again, you guys are gonna be like, what? Is Sharon's house cleaning outfit.
Yeah.
Because, no, it fits the character so well. She's at home, she's a housewife, and I still think, look, her hair is pulled back, she looks like she's been cleaning, but it still has some personalities.
But she had heels on.
Yeah, and that was so
Vacuuming.
funny.
That's what I mean, though, but like that's because she's still a little crazy.
Freddie Mercury did.
But these cute little shorts are for her age, and then the blouse is a simple blouse, but it has a little flare. It fit her well, and it matched what she was doing. Having her hair pulled back from her face made her look younger, sassy, and even though we know she was acting kind of crazy, she still was kind of returning to her personality. So I give this best dress because it fit what was happening. Still a little stylish, and we haven't seen shorts on a woman in
That's
a
true.
while. And I just thought it was a cute look. Like I would think you guys would wear this like hanging out during the day,
Yeah,
going.
Cute. Is that a clutch in her hand?
No, that's papers because she didn't want to.
Okay.
She
I was like, girl, where are you going? I thought the quiche was burning in the kitchen.
So that's why it won. I thought it was well thought out. So
cute.
worst dress.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that's
Poor
the worst.
Chelsea.
Okay, number one, the hair.
No.
She looks like one of the poodles in Best in Show when they do a little clip back. And we know her hair has been looking really good, whether they have it a little wavy or straight iron down. She's a beautiful woman. This girls in high school would do this when they would come from practice in the morning and they didn't have time to do their hair. Would do that clip with the little bump in the front. No, you're not working for a progressive. Like, no. Then this dress. You guys forget, this was on the worst dressed about 3 weeks ago. Mariah wore this same thing. Do you
pretty
remember?
much, yeah.
It was the prison outfit, one piece.
No. Mariah's had pockets.
It's pretty close.
It's pretty
yeah.
close.
Similar,
Oh, you're right.
yeah.
Mariah had like the Renaissance fair things in
Yeah.
front, but it's the same feel. It's the frumpiness. Doesn't fit her character. Doesn't fit what's happening right now, and it's just unflattering to her. And the color makes her look washed out.
Yeah, to me, it's just for Chelsea, who is, a fashion icon. Why don't they keep dressing her in crap lately? It's like, it doesn't
At
fit the
least they
character.
put a red lip.
Yeah,
that helped
their lips
a little
were
bit.
good.
And plus, you don't know how long your husband's at home for. You
Yeah.
wear the sexy stuff now.
I know.
This is just unflattering, and I.
But she has a
minute I
guard
saw it,
outside her door, so at any moment she might have to run out and.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she wants to go see Victor. She wants to go whatever. This is just not good. And the fact that we've seen something so like it
On somebody
Already,
else.
just
yeah.
a couple of weeks ago. So, sorry, guys.
All right, and I guess that brings me to quickly to get to the winners and losers of the week. And it is a tie for the same person. Dr. Daddy Issues is both the winner and the loser this week. She wins in the fact that she really became sympathetic this week. Because the fact that she helped Victor save Nikki, I was like, oh, I actually kind of feel bad. But it's so pathetic at the same time. I love him.
No, girl.
I know, and I'm just like, because I've been giving it to Nick so much. I'm like, I gotta pick somebody else, but Nick is just so much better
Yeah,
than
he
everyone
kind of
right
took a
now.
backseat.
But yeah, I'm like, Dr. Daddy Issues, I at least felt for her character this week. But to me, it's just, you were so pathetic. I love him, and it's like, oh my God, no, honey.
I think she only did that because
Yeah.
she's still in love with Victor. Victor could have
Oh,
said,
yeah.
I want to go to Dairy Queen, and she would have been like, okay, let me help you escape.
Yeah.
I don't know if, like, the whole Nikki thing, and that
Yeah,
kind
I
of
don't
blew
think
up
that
in her
matters.
face.
Yeah.
She just wants to be in his good graces.
Oh yeah, and I think that's the thing, is it's really pathetic, but at the same time, it was the right thing.
I love that her big
Yeah.
doctor thing, she said, he's lost a lot of blood. She said that 6 times.
Yeah.
I was like, well, she's a good doctor.
You guys need to get out of here.
Yeah.
He's lost a lot of blood.
Well, yeah, when she was on
Yeah.
CSI, she drank blood, so.
Girl,
I would love if the whole thing ends up that she's the vampire
Yeah.
of Genoa City.
I know, because Alicia Coppola did play a very similar vampire character, and she tends to always be more of a bad girl role. That's why I'm hoping that this flips her character.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
maybe she wanted to take a role that was a little different for her, and it
Oh.
certainly is.
I agree.
I know. Well, speaking of people taking roles, that brings me to news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
And we've got big news. Michael Grizzy Day. I hope I do not butcher his name, because I'm like, wow.
Just say Michael Sexy.
I know,
Michael G.
because I'm
Michael
so
G.
happy that Daniel is back. Phyllis's prodigal son returns, and I only hope that can mean big
what a
stuff
nice
for Phyllis.
headshot.
I know. I was like, that's a sexy
I
picture.
mean,
Hello.
it's everything.
Tinder swipe right.
Yeah, and
Or left or whatever. Which
our
one.
Melvin fan is already speculating put him with Mariah, and I'm like, I think I would like
That's
that.
cute.
If we can't have Kevin and Mariah as a couple yet,
Yeah, I
let
like
her
that.
let her get dirty with Danny.
How about him and Luca? Oh!
I don't know if we're ready for that in Genoa City.
I am.
Leave that for Scandal.
Yeah.
I love that he's Danny Romalotti Jr.
Yeah.
Like I said, you
Yeah.
guys, I was watching it before you guys were even thought of. And when Cricket was dating Danny
Yes.
Romalotti, and then he was in the band, and then he went off to do Joseph and
Yeah.
Amazing Tech. I mean, I was all in that.
Yeah, that was such a good storyline, especially for Michelle Stafford. I loved Phyllis back then. She
I
was
did
so
too.
crazy, and then
And Michelle Stafford and Daniel's character, great chemistry.
oh yeah, great
Great.
mother-son
I'm
chemistry.
very curious to see how this new Phyllis interacts with him.
Yeah, Gina, I think
She's
will be
great,
great.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
she
yeah.
is.
She's got fire with everybody she shares the scene with. She's on fire.
And our Melvin fan says it's Grazi Day. Okay, thanks so much for that
You're
actual
so
pronunciation. I couldn't
informational,
find
girl.
it. Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
God for our listeners. They keep us. They're not drinking Pinot Grigio.
Or drank too much tequila yesterday. But I guess that wraps us
Predictions.
up. Yeah, let's quick predictions.
Quick,
We've got
quick.
1 minute. So let's
AfterBuzz TV predictions.
all right, guys. What do you think
Oh.
is gonna happen?
Quickly. So, what's going to be the storyline with Daniel other than dating someone? Is he going to interfere with Luca and Summer? What's going to happen?
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about, is how he's going to be involved, because he's slated for several episodes. So we'll see, what goes down. Because I do hope to see him with Mariah or somebody.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then you touched on my other prediction
Yeah.
of Billy and Victoria working together at Brash and Sassy, because I really think she needs to get out of the oil business and back to cosmetics where she belongs.
Oh yeah.
Well, this goes to my prediction. Some of the gossip, I love me some Jill Abbott because
Yeah.
I
Oh,
can't talk
yes.
about nostalgia enough because it'll make me like an old man. But I heard through the grapevine gossip, she is coming back. We knew her character was coming back in some substantial way very quickly. I heard that she's taking over Brash and Sassy away from Billy, and she's taking over the company, which is funny because Ashley is now kind of taking over,
Jabot again.
But then that's perfect because
Yeah.
that gives
That's
that whole
what I'm
Newman Abbott
saying.
interaction.
That's what I'm
Victoria's gonna
saying, girl.
Get it back.
Brash and Sassy.
I know, and I
Okay.
love that name, but I want to see Jill, Victoria, and Billy all working together. Would be amazing.
Or against each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, guys, since that's a wrap for the Restless wrap up, I'll tell them where they can keep up the conversation this week.
On all social media at Kiera Giavanni.
Twitter and Instagram, On the Rocks on Air, and OnTheRocksRadioShow.com.
And of course, you guys can always find me at LACRETIALYON anywhere on the internet, since there is only one. Be sure to like us on Facebook at The Restless Wrap Up. Give us 5 stars on iTunes or a thumbs up on YouTube or anywhere else you can find us. Thanks so much for watching.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz ya later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.